Guys, today I'm going to be talking about how much gold is actually needed to invest into level 4 PvP. A lot of people want to come to the zone, but they just don't know what the budget is looking like. So I'm going to break down what you guys need, how much everything is going to cost, so you guys will have an idea of how much gold is actually needed to get into the zone. Let's get into it. So firstly, at the top here on my calculator on the left hand side here, so this is how much slots basically we have. So we have 21 jewel slots in total to be able to maximize our bills in jewel wise, right? So firstly, as you guys see here, we have the new seeker stones. The maximum amount you could stack these stones for is 5, so you actually want to get 5 of these stones here. So we're just going to minus 5 from the total 21 amount, right? And if you check the auction here right now, you guys could see that you could actually get the seeker stones for 27 million, but they actually could go to like 24, 25 on the lower end. So just to average it, I would say that the seeker stones is about 25 million right now. So we could get 5 of these stones for about 125 million. So just getting these 5 stones alone is 125 million. Then we also want to get the mentor stones, the soul shards, which roughly go for about 60 million right now. These are really important because it's a major damage booster in the zone, and you want to have a lot of damage to be able to kill as fast as possible. And currently the Mentis goes for about 60 million, but you could get them for about 55 million on the low end if you check the streets like on Paradise Pier or Expedition Camp. So I won't say it's too crazy, but the maximum among these could stack for is 4. So you actually want to minus 4 from the total amount of jewel slots, and we'll bring it down to 12 here. And then we also want to add 55 times 4. So we're going to have the 50 times 4 here, which is 220 million. And then you want to add the 125 million from the seeker stone. So we already seen here the budget already pretty high just for stone wise alone. Then we also have the birthday jewels, which is the birthday stone and the cake heart stone. I believe one is boom stone and one is cake heart. So let's just check the price of boom here. I believe the boom is like 10 million. Yeah, correct. So the boom is like 10 million here. So you just want to add 10 million onto this here. And then the cake heart is also roughly about 10 million as well. Right now it's on the high end, but you can get it for 10 million also. So you want to add another 10 million here. So just those jewels alone, we're coming up to 365. Then you want to minus the 2 slots that they'll take from the total 21 here. So we brought down to 10 slots, right? Then of course we need the best jewels that is in the zone right now, which is the Frostfire gems and also the Hailstone gem. Now I do know that the maximum amount of Frostfire you could use to be able to get 100% proc is 10 out of 10, but right now I believe that the seeker gems is more important than the Frostfire gems. You don't need to have full 10 out of 10. You could run roughly between 7 to 10. Any number higher than 7 is pretty good to me. So the Hailstone roughly goes for about 10 million right now. So you could get the Hailstone actually. Yeah, so this is also on the high end. You could get Hailstones for 10 million. So we're just going to add 10 million onto this here and also minus 1 from here as well. So we have 9 slots remaining, and then our budget is already 375 million. And then finally, we want to just spend the other 9 slots into getting 9 out of 10 in the Frostfire gems. And currently these gems are pretty expensive. I remember these gems were like 800k to 1 million a piece, but this is crazy work. But yeah, so it's currently 9.5 million. You could get them for like 8 million on the low end. So let's just say we could get it for 8 million on the low end. You want to just take the 8 and multiply by the 9 that we have remaining, and you're getting 72 million gonna be just for the jewels alone if you're getting on the low end, and just add back on the 375 million, right? And then minus the 9 from here. So guys, just the jewels alone is roughly about 450 million. So we already know the budget is pretty high, so it's roughly about 450 million just to get the jewels alone. Now we're talking about gear wise. Getting a clean belt for any class, I would roughly say, is at least 200 million. Let me just expand this here now. Could close this one and expand this one here, Right, so getting any belt for any class is roughly about 200 million. I know Warrior and Rogues is roughly about 200 to 250, and the Mage ones are like going close to 300 mil. But let's just say we're going with the lowest prices possible. So we're gonna just add 200 here, 200 million for the belt alone. Then for the braces, I believe we could get braces for like 80 to 100 mil. Let's just say 100 mil. I don't want to go too low on the braces, because sometimes it's a week and it might be a little bit more pricey. So we're gonna add 100 here. Hold on, yeah, we're gonna add 100 here onto the total amount. So we're already at roughly 750 mil. Now, the Mythic Amulet and Ring, I believe you could get those for like 15 million right now. Hold on, let me check. Going here. Yeah, so right now, these are all on the high end right now, but let's just average it to like 20 million a piece, because I think the other classes may be cheaper. Hold on, let me check the other classes. Okay, nah, it looks like the Warrior ones is the cheapest right now. So okay, let's just say we could get these for about 20 a piece. That'll be 40 million for the boat. So you're gonna just add the 40 million here. And then the Dragonfire weapon, right now mine's upgrading, so you guys can't actually see. But the mythical weapons is what you want to get, because those are the best weapons they have in the zone right now. Which roughly go between, I'd say, without any awakening, let's say about 5 million to 10 million. Right? Let's just say 10 million on the high end for this one. So it's roughly about 10 million. And then to be able to get gears like helm and armor is one of the hardest things to get. But it's not crazy. You could use a simple level 1 straight to 4. It doesn't have to be level 4, it could be level 1 as well once you get OP awakenings on it. But I would roughly say these go for like 10 to 15 million once they're clean. So let's just say they go for about 25 million average. If we add the both together, let's say 12.5 each, 25 million. You want to add 25 million onto it. So alright guys, this is the budget here. This is the budget here for just clean gears with jewels alone. We already crossed 800 million. So we already know once you add awakenings into this, it'll cross 1 billion already. How I like to calculate it is, if clean gears is roughly about 800, I would just double it to facilitate the amount of cost factor you would have to spend into awakening or buying an awakened gear from somebody. So I will just double this. I would literally just double this. So this, guys, is the cheapest budget here. 1.6 mil is the cheapest budget to get gears. And we also have to factor in that you want to get some locations, because you want to get the volcano location, which gives you like 2 damage. You want to get the mountain location that gives you 200 mana. You want to get the forest location. This is the volcano, 2 damage. You also want to get the forest location, which will give you 200 health. You also want to be able to get stuff like Cosmos, just for extra crit damage. You want to get like the Golden Fields for 10% speed, Winter Wonderland for 10 all stats. So just getting all the locations alone will roughly probably be another 100 million. And then to get the pets that you need might be another 100 million as well. So I would average at least put aside a budget of 2 billion to, if you want to invest into level 4. That's the starter budget, right? That's the starter budget that you need to be able to invest into level 4. Yeah.